Hello, this is going to be my second ever rain review. I'm going to be looking at Edg versus Prx in Champions Istanbul. And the first game of Champions Istanbul is on Pearl. I'm looking at the third round, so it's actually Edg's bonus round. And I think the cool thing to look at in this bonus round is, well, first of all, you're going to see everyone on Prx has a gun. But on EG, it's a very weird looking buy, right? So everyone else apart from Kankan has money. And Kankan has an op this round. So I think the important things to look at is going to be Kankan, right? Kankan has to make plays, right? And some of the logic behind Prx's choice. As well. The video is a bit bright. Probably going to make it. I'm not sure if I can make it darker or not, but we'll see. Sorry, going back into my train of thought. So the reason why Prx are actually going to be grouped up to B here is because they're going to expect them to have specters and ghosts, sheriffs. Sheriffs, not so much great for this play, but they're going to expect them to have sort of shorter to medium range type of guns. And when they've got vandals, like going at B makes a lot more sense. There's a lot less close angles to check when you're going, like, if you want to go through mid, there's plenty of angles you can get caught off by a specter. Same with going A. There's like this angle here, and if you're maybe too slow, then you can get caught off guard here with this Viper wall going here too, and then get onto sight. There's this corner, there's like back sight. It's hard to clear, but on B you don't really have to do any of that. You can just put a wall here and then like call it a day. Basically, there's this corner and this corner is like pretty much the only two threats you'll face. Maybe the column as well. So we'll let the round play out. Kankan's gonna place his trap out of his rendezvous out of sight, and his other rendezvous is on short, like a bit there. He's got his trap on short as well, B short or whatever you want to call it, B connector. So then they come out. Jing uses bass packs to get like to the ramp as fast as possible. So Kankan sees Astra's arm here, and I think this is the reason why he actually misses the shot. Is that he's thinking about shooting the Astra for a second, and then he realizes like he needs to find another fight. He sees a gun there, but then Benkai actually starts running at that moment, so then he doesn't quite catch the person walking. And then you can see he takes a shot and he misses. He kind of like goes in between Forsaken and Benkai, and doesn't quite get the kill. And then at this point, he just takes his rendezvous back and then repositions under the bridge, which is a very unlikely place. He would expect, like, for instance, Forsaken's about to run up here, make a mistake. But I also wouldn't expect the rendezvous to be here in like my mind, right? And obviously it wasn't. He was actually on short, but he quickly repositioned to get this kill on Forsaken, who was honestly, I think this is a bad play by Forsaken anyway, because his team was just going to wall this. But he doesn't need to be peeking this wide either, even if he wanted to do this, because all it takes is someone being here for this peak to be too wide anyway. And I mean, Kankan was even there and it was wide, so just too wide. It's all good. It's still a very winnable round on the side of Prx. What I want to pick up on this round is a couple things. So first of all, this is something you can do. This is a buy you can do in solo queue as a chamber if you want to. So the reason, like, how this was done basically is on the buy round he bought bullets instead of buying like a full gun, and then he ended up going with the glass cannon operator, no armor. Obviously, if you get more kills than this, then you can maybe even afford light armor. I think you need one more, two more. Maybe one more without a trap is probably the better way to do it. But the trap is always nice to have because it just means you got a bit more security, especially on a map like on Pearl. They may want it on a map like Breeze as well, but there's some other maps you probably don't need the trap particularly on, maybe like Bind. And then the next thing I want to look at is Benkai's original Prowler. So he Prowlers too early. He doesn't have the Prowler. He can wait until he's at this corner to Prowler, especially because you've got this fake smoke. This is their fake smoke, so I think it's weird to put this fake smoke, and Prowler this early. Because all you have to do is have your gun out until this point, when the smoke fades, anyone in this smoke is dead to either Jing, who's if they're sitting here, or they're dead to the whole team if they're sitting like towards the rampart. So just sit with your gun out and then throw this Prowler. So first of all, he's lying for the Prowler is wrong. This is not a very good Prowler. The best Prowler is to sit in this position, and then you direct it this way and then across like this. So then you will actually see everything, all the close corners in this area. So it will see Can sitting in there too. So he kind of did the wrong Prowler, which could have led to a worse scenario for Paper X, losing someone this early. And then I've already gone over why that was wrong. If you're gonna make this play anyway at the wall, there's no point in doing that shoulder peek or the jump peek. I know this is kind of weird because, okay, so you just want to play post plant on Pearl, but Pearl is like Pearl B is very post plant like, so you want to be playing in this sort of long area when you play post plant on B most of the time. But they don't have any threat onto the bomb aside from maybe Raze, you could argue. So both threat on the bomb. I mean, to an extent, you can also count Astra in a way, but not really because of her suck. So the reason what I'm talking about threat against the bomb, right? So things like Molly's are kind of threat against the bomb, or Sova's dart. Lineups are like threat. So as long as you've got them up, they can't just defuse. And that sort of stuff is good on Pearl. Or good on Pearl, right? So you can see on the other side, you've got I can't remember his name. I say Chichi, but it's not. It's QQ, I think. I think it's QQ. QQ is playing Viper, and we've got also KO, and we do have the Astras suck as well. So they have a lot of threat onto the bomb when they're on attack, right? But then you look at Piper X's team, and they have a fade, much like EDG do, but contrary to that, they only have the suck to have like real threat on the bomb. You could argue maybe that the nade as well, but usually the nade's gonna be used before then, like it has been now. And secondly, as well, it can reset, which is a good thing, I guess. But it does obviously require him to get 2 kills again after using it. So it's not like fully bad, but it's not like good either. You want to be usually having like Viper mollies. The KO defragment is good too. And I think EDG have the better comp overall out of the two. And then we get the flank when Mind Freak manages to die. I think it's weird that that Mind Freak was up here by himself, and that Benkai didn't come back early enough. Maybe Mind Freak should have been. I'm not sure. Obviously, don't know anything about their comms, but they should have been coming up here together. It may not even be a comm situation. It may just be not understanding what you do when you've planted there. But at the same time, they don't like those two players. Aside from Mind Freak had the suck, right. Actually, I don't think any stars left. He may have placed one on the bomb, but I can't quite see. It's a bit cluttered. But essentially, he wanted to just like play for a suck at the back of B long, right? And I think Benkai should be taking the first contact on the flank. So Benkai should have been up here, and Astra should have been like the one following up with a trade onto the flank. And because of that, Jing was kind of left alone because they were running out of numbers. But Benkai also did open himself up, but it was kind of unfortunate. Nothing you can really say about that was wrong necessarily. It was just unlucky more than anything. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up the run review. I may have waffled a bit much there, but I'm sure I'll like shorten it down and make it a bit shorter than that. So yeah, that's going to be the run review. If you liked the video, then give it a like, and I'm looking for feedback, so positive, negative feedback in the comments is always good for me. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. I don't do run reviews for every piece of content. I do guides on each map for each agent. Eventually, I'm going to get every single agent, every single map. And then I've also got a how to create a playbook series every Sunday, which is really, really useful if you're a coach, or if you play in a 5-stack, or you like to enter tournaments as a 5-stack. Then that series is like built for you. So if you want to check that out, you can. If you want to see every week, my uploads, then subscribing is always the way to go. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.